Well, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Got a little update. I wanted to come on here and share with you, rather than wait until tomorrow to do it. Oh, howdy. Oh, Dana, Julie, Mary, John, Fernando, Grim. Not sure who Rick Sobrazi is, but hello, Andre, Travis. There's a Stephen I don't recognize. Gail, Richard. Good to see you guys. This is a nice update. And well, it's a nice update, and I'm gonna try to make a funny slap down too at the same time. We'll see how it works. Y'all know my sense of humor. I don't know, not really, Julie, but still blessed. That's what counts. Appreciate it, honey. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this started. Somebody who will remain nameless sent me the money to go. You want to go ahead and just ban that one, Grim?
I think it's 901. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Anyway, somebody sent me the money to go ahead and go get Gail a stove, one person. And I'd like to thank that person personally on here and let the entire thing on chat know that the stove situation, as of tomorrow when it's delivered, will be taken care of. And because this individual did it today, unbeknownst to me, when I went to Lowe's to get it, the thing was on a Black Friday sale for $200 off, which helps because the $200 that's left can help go toward one of the bills that need to be paid. Tell me God ain't good, folks. I had no idea about a Black Friday sale. I had no idea. And it's one like Gail wants with the eye and not that flat glass top. And ain't no digital nothing on it. It's all knobs. So thank you very much for that. Now for what I'm going to attempt to make a funny slap down. To the birth of better than you, to the altar Annie, to the King James Kevin, that, oh, and let's not forget Rapture Randy, that sent me the ugly emails about letting the church know what was needed. But y'all to understand something, and this may be something a lot of folks in chat don't know. I don't take a salary. I don't take a salary. The Bible tells us, Jesus tells us, that a workman is worth his trade, which means you're supposed to pay the people that work for you. That includes preachers. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just live by them. But I don't take a salary. Everything that comes in either goes to bills, to groceries for another family somewhere else. If it's not needed here, sometimes when it is, or to take care of the kids and the grandkids. But I don't take a salary. I don't say this is how much money a month I'm taking from the ministry. I don't do that. But I'm supposed to let my church know what's needed. How else you gonna know? Hey, y'all clairvoyant. You clairvariant. Can you see into my future? I made a fat, whopping $216 off of ad revenue and donations from YouTube last month, $216. You don't like the fact that I'm honest with the folks here? Bounce, man. Get out. But what you not going to do is be ugly to me and email Bertha Better Than You, Alter Annie, King James Kevin, and Rapture Randy. You're not. I ain't going to have it. You don't like it? There's the door. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. I did not have to come on here today. We just got back from getting the stove ordered. I didn't have to come on here today and say anything about getting a stove. I could have kept my mouth shut in hopes that somebody would have thrown some old cash my way. But that's not my way. When I announce a problem and the problem is taken care of, I announce I announce immediately, or as close to immediately as possible, that it's been done, that it's been tended to, that God has blessed. That's so I'm being honest with y'all and not beating y'all out of a nickel. Now I realize honesty may be something hard for some folks to swallow these days. Hey, Jenny. And I want you to know something. I sat here watching the video, waiting on the house to settle down because Gail was bringing stuff in. We had to go over to the mountain and get water for the water fountain. And Gail was bringing that in. I was watching a video that somebody posted on Facebook. This concierge in a motel had lost his ever-loving mind and was beating himself in the head and headbutting the computer and talking about how the job had ruined his life because a customer dared to point out that the motel had made a mistake. And the old concierge pulled an absolute nutty, flipped his wig, lost his weave, however you want to say it. And was literally beating himself in his own eye to the point By the way, that's what I'm talking about. When I say I'm struggling to breathe. But anyway, this old boy had beat himself in the eye till he'd started to cry from hurting himself. And when the video cut, it's a lady sitting there, and she's blaming the customer for that guy's actions. And how that guy's life had been wrecked by that customer because the customer simply said, "Why are you punching the computer? Because your company made a mistake." That makes no sense, dude. You being recorded by the cameras up there, right? And that's when the old boy pulled a nutty. Folks, this is what happens when you don't spank your kids and teach them right from wrong. This is what happens when you don't teach your children right from wrong. You get morons beating themselves about the head and eyes and headbutting computers, flipping their wig and getting a gun and going back and killing everybody in the motel because a computer had an error on it. I'm betting that's one of those no-touch parenting children. Oh, we don't show out like that, little Bobby. Oh, well, you just go ahead. You just carry on. Go ahead, get it out of your system. It'll be all right. I am 56, going on 57 years old. If my daddy saw me today, clubbing myself about the head and eyes because my company had made a mistake. Not even me, but my company. I wouldn't have to worry about hurting myself. He'd hurt me for me. And he would ask me, "What's the matter with you, stew beef?" That was his way of saying stupid. Instead of calling you stupid, he'd ask you if you was stew beef. But this is the world that we live in, where a preacher can't be honest with his congregation, and customers can't be honest with people that are working for the customer. Here's an idea, folks. If you can't handle public confrontations, maybe it's a good idea you don't get a job in freaking customer service. Maybe you best off working in a factory somewhere. Where you ain't got to deal with the public. Hey, Graham, if I beat myself about the head and eyes every time somebody sent me an ugly email, I'd have more knots on my head than Carter got liver pills, and I'd always be black and blue. Just saying. Y'all seen them the little shaky balls? They're a round ball, about that big around. And they got these little knobs that stick out all over them. And you turn it on, and it'll vibrate and flip itself around and roll around on the floor. Yeah, I'd look like one of them if every time somebody tried to hurt my feelings, I whooped myself in the head about it. I'd look like Quasimodo, not Uncle Fester. Well, I would much rather tell the ugly truth than I had tell a beautiful lie. Because here's what I know. A pine log at that. Here's what I know. And this is fact, folks. And every one of you need to remember this lesson I'm about to give you. Y'all need to share the knowledge I'm about to partake with you. It's old school knowledge. It's a lesson worth repeating time and again. The truth will always be the truth, and you'll never have to worry about how you told the story. A lie will always be a lie, a fictional thing you created in your own noggin that's not real. Today, that fictional lie may be one thing. But when you look at the same lie tomorrow, it won't look the same, so you'll change it, add to it, or take away from it, and it won't be the same. And the next day, you'll go back to that lie from 2 days ago, and you'll change it, and you'll add to it, and take away from it, and it won't be the same. And before you know it, the lie you told 2 weeks ago doesn't even look anything like the lie you're telling today. But that truth, that cold, hard, factual truth that you told today will look the same this time next year and every year after that. It will always look the same. The truth never changes, but a lie never stays the same. Y'all remember that. And if you can imagine that, we are the same. I love you, each and every one of you. Thank you for the blessing. There's your update and a smackdown lesson. I love each and every one of you, not nearly as much as God. And I see y'all tomorrow, the good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Bye now.